Apex Online Racing is sponsored by Elgato, who created this lovely stream deck. For more information about the stream deck, the link is in the description below. Everybody, and welcome along to Apex Online Racing. This is round 10 of XB1 Oceania Season 5, and today we are at the home of British Motorsport and my home track in Silverstone for the British Grand Prix. It was the opening race of the first Formula 1 Championship ever back in 1950, and since then it's held it over 50 times. It's built on the side of a World War II airfield, just like last week's Austrian Grand Prix, which can hold up to 100,000 spectators back in 1948, before the F1 Championship even began. So let's have a look at the track. 5.8 kilometers long with 18 turns, with 2 DRS zones this year. They dropped the one for turn 1 this season, but they still got the one at the Wellington Straight between turn 5 and 6, and one of the Hangar Straight between turn 14 and 15. Moments to watch out for in the race are the Wellington Straight, Luffield, Copse, Maggots and Becker section, Hangar Straight and Stowe. We can see average lap speeds of over 150 miles per hour, which is really fast, to be honest, not gonna lie. 3 compounds of tyres used today, the softs, mediums and the hards as usual, with Pirelli bringing in the 3 hardest compounds of tyres available, the C1s, C2s and the C3s. I am Jess and I will be your commentator for Xbox One Oceania Season 5 today. You didn't think I'll be back in the commentary box for AOR this soon, but here I am. I'm flying solo today because both Charlie and Benz can't make it today. So I'll be flying solo for the last race today before the 2-week season break. And who can remember last season? Last season, it was full wet for the full race, and Silverstone is typical British weather really, so we could expect rain, we could expect not, but it is a dry qualifying. We'll go to qualifying in a second. So let's just go through the standings pretty quickly. I'm never used to doing this, so this will be the first time in a while, but here we go. So New Zealand Ryan is completely dominating the championship at the moment with 221 points compared to Alan Hugo in P2 with 96 points. Always AFK, she's on 74 points in third. Warden in the McLaren on 68 points. Top Banter in the Mercedes in 5th with 52 points. Marth Berserk in the McLaren on 44 points. 7, Rain HC in the Renault with 43 points. Joint with Izzat Matt, also on 43 points. 9th is Pom for the win in the Racing Point with 42 points. And 10th is that Laggy Person in the Ferrari with 39 points. 11th place is I'm Death Bro with, in the Mercedes with 34 points. 12th is Derek Kidd in the Renault with 23. 13th is Chicane with the Racing Point with 19. 14th is Roscoe Arm with 9 points. 15th is Bazooka in the Red Bull with 4 points. Kaya was in the Williams with 1 point, with Conrad Strait and Icarus yet to score. So without further ado, we are going to kick off with qualifying then. So the strategy is going to be very interesting, and it would help if I get the and we have no engine sound. Lovely. What a great start to the stream. No engine sound, but I am not. It's going to take a while just to join and rejoin the lobby, and we know what happened last time when that happened. So we're just going to have to make do without lobby sounds, I'm afraid, for the next 15 or so minutes, but we should be all right for that. So everyone is just going out on their flyer laps at the moment. A lot of people are fitting the soft compounded tyres at the moment, but it's like last season where the softs and the mediums are most likely going to be the strategy used today, or mediums for soft, depending on if they want to go for the alternate strategy. But there will be, like we said, people on the hard tyres like Kaya was, will just get a little bit of a feel of the track. So, and I am just going to check, because usually I get messaged about the weather. I haven't got a message about the weather, so it looks like it's going to be dry, which is quite unknown for Silverstone, I must say. Oh, I just got a message. Lovely. Yeah, it is a full dry race. It is sunny. Bone dry, actually, for the race. So, completely not like last season. So, yeah, so, again, sorry you can't hear the engine sound. There is nothing I can do about it. Usually it gets sorted by the race. Let's see, if I try pausing it. Oh, no, don't want that. If I try pausing it. No, that doesn't make a difference either. So, we're all good. Right, so, Kaiwad is just going past Club now, and he's going to set the first benchmark time on the board on the hard compounded tyres, and it's a 1:30.1. Obviously, we'll see a lot of faster lap times coming through. Depro is on a lap going past the hanger straight now, and also someone else is in front of him as well. But I do believe they are on the medium tyres as he goes past Vales. Alan Hugo has retired from the session, and Derek has retired as well. So not quite sure what's happened there to how they retired, but I'm Depro 1:27.2. That is not a bad lap time. A benchmark time at this early stage of qualifying on the soft compounded tyres. Pretty decent, actually. We could expect lap times to be at the low 1:27s, 1:26s, and we have seen in some places where someone can go in the 1:25s, but that could be highly unlikely at the moment. So, yes, I think New Zealand Ryan is a 1:26.6. Oh my god, he's gone so fast at the moment. I said I'm Depro. We could expect 1:26, and here we go on the soft compounded tyre. So I assume New Zealand Ryan will be going on the soft to medium strategy. Is that Matt is in the Alfa Romeo. I almost said Sauber there. I always get the names mixed up currently, but there we go. As he is carrying on with his lap at the moment. And one advantage of starting to stream earlier, we get to see more qualifying and more people on their lap, which is great. Which is good to see. So, New Zealand Ryan usually is the one hosts the lobby. So, it's usually our fault for the stream starting a bit late. Well, my fault usually, because I'm the one that starts the stream. But there we go. So, here goes, it's that Matt going through Cops now. And then to Maggots and Beckett's. People need to watch out for Maggots and Beckett's, really. Because we've seen a few people in the past get a little caught out. And if there's rain on the horizon, which is not going to be today, but we've seen last season, a lot of people get caught out in Maggots and Beckett's in the rain. And we could see it in the dry as well. So, is that Matt? We could, I think, expect on the mediums 1:27s, I think. As Roscoe Alm is the fastest lap time on the mediums at the moment with a 1:30.2. And I do see a Red Bull on the grass. That doesn't probably help. It's that Matt's lap. A 1:28.7. So, points for the win is also beaten Master Berserk's time, 1:27.2. Master Berserk, 1:27.4. Top Banter in 5th at the moment with a 1:27.5. So, and it is not reflecting the weather in England because it's been raining for a couple of days here in England. So it is not really reflecting the weather, but it was quite sunny yesterday here in the southwest of England. But there we go. So we've got Bazooka in the Red Bull, but we've got LSCM the Butler, who is a reserve driver this season, who is filling in for one of the Red Bulls. I need to check which Red Bull he's filling in for. It's obviously not Bazooka. It is actually one of the new Red Bulls, obviously, because Narms unfortunately can't race anymore. So he is, I'm not sure if he's full-time or not. I will check with Roscoe Arm in a second. But I'm almost certain he's either full-time or he's reserved. But welcome to him anyway. He hasn't set a competitive lap time yet, but we will see very, very soon. As a few drivers are going up to the pits. No one is going on the hard compounded tyres now. Come on straight. I think it's the only one on the hards. I think everyone else is either going on the softs or the mediums. And just for those, a quick mention. Obviously, we've got a 2-week break after this. And for those of you that are European and British, the next race in Germany from now on for the rest of the season will be starting at 9 a.m. because obviously the clocks will go back for us. And obviously the clocks obviously went forward in Australia. So yes, 9 or back, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it is forward. So it will the German Grand Prix in 2 weeks' time will be starting at 9 a.m. GMT. So yeah. So for those of you that are wondering, it is obviously 10 a.m. now because obviously we're at British summertime, but when it gets back to Germany, it will be 9 a.m. So make sure you're up for that if you are, but you can watch it back if you're not, if you don't want to. So Butler's going to come across the line now to set. Here's the lap. It is a 1:27.4. That puts him in P2. That is pretty decent. Now, I haven't seen what Butler is capable of driving-wise. I haven't seen him race at all, actually. I might have seen him, but I might have not been paying attention. But that's a great lap time off the bat at the moment. But you can see that I'm just going to look at the gaps now between New Zealand Ryan and him. 5 tenths. Can anyone beat that? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And already Ryan is flying away with the championship. The championship can be decided pretty early, I think. I can obviously call it that it is going to be decided early. And already the Ferraris are absolutely dominating the constructors. And I forgot to show the constructors standings. But oh well. That's one thing I forgot to show today. And yeah, so sorry about that. And Kyle was the only Williams driver to score a point. He scored 1 point this season. He is looking to score more points in Oceania this season. He's been in Oceania for quite a few seasons now, so it will be interesting to see. I think he seems to be adapting a bit better. He's been improving race after race, so I wonder how he's going to do here. So he comes past Club now and past Vale and into Club. Final corner now. It's not going to be a fast lap time. I don't think it's going to be actually, it does improve, but is it invalidate? No, it's not. 1:29.5 for him. So everybody that's meant to set a lap time has set a lap time with 8 minutes to go left of qualifying. So I'm just going to see. We've got Rain HC who is going into the pits, and he's been on for quite a bit. I'm Deathbro is currently on his second flying lap on the soft though, so I'm guessing he's chosen a little bit of a more softer option. And no words from New Zealand Ryan. 1:26.2. I did say we could see, as I'm Deathbro has hit the gravel trap into the hangar straight, which is not where you want to be. I did say we might hit the 1:25 today. I think New Zealand Ryan could top that. I mean, he's one of those people who's been really fast in every game go by. Obviously, he joined late last season. I think he joined in Monza last season, and still he was able to get a good haul of points even then. But he's obviously joined at the beginning of the season, and the only race he didn't win was in Baku, where the 2 force racing points were 1 and 2, with Warden and Palms for the win. Every other race, he has won. It's probably his most dominant race season ever, I think. But obviously season 3's not been that bad. But I can't remember the times where he hasn't been off the podium. He's been, that fast. And he's obviously going to the pits now. Master Berserk, P2 at 1:26.9. And we got that Laggy person 1:26.9 as well with a 1:26.961. We've got Laggy person is going out, and I think Master Berserk is slowing down. He's going into the pits currently. So, yeah, we got Rain HC in the pit lane. So the track will start to evolve a little bit. It is getting a bit brighter, I think, than it was, because obviously at the start of qualifying it was a bit overcast. But it will be a lot hotter, obviously, in the race, because obviously it's nice and sunny for the race. But we might see different in the European races later on as well. I do believe the PS4 Oceania race is on as well. It is streaming it's either about to be streamed or it is streaming. So I don't know. I'll check for that actually, because you can check both streams going on at the same time. Yeah, it is live, so you can catch both streams live at the same time. How good is that? So that is good. So 5 minutes and 23 seconds remaining of qualifying, and obviously, apart from mine, the gaps are pretty close from second downwards all the way down to 8th. So pretty close, in particular between that laggy person and LSCM the Butler, about a 10th, and about, I can't even do maths, about 40 or 50 thousandths between Butler and I'm Death Bro. So some of these guys don't like Britain, some of these guys like Britain. Now I'm a bit biased because obviously it is my home track, but from a racing point of view, for me, I don't like it. I don't know why. As Butler's gone into the grass again, but well, in the dry I like it, but in the rain I find Britain really difficult because of it is much tighter corners and much harder to negotiate in the wet. But in the dry is much more fun. You can have some great battles. And I remember, I think the last race I did medium to soft strategy, and that worked out very well. But I did pit a lap later, and I managed to catch up to the car ahead, but I wasn't able to get past him. But it was a fun battle anyway. It was good. I think that was about 2 or 3 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago that we had that battle, and it was really fun. But sometimes the mediums to softs can be faster, but we will see. We'll see as another person just gone onto the grass. We got that Ryan's teammate, that laggy person on a lap just gone past Stowe. And now Stowe could be a great overtaking opportunity. He's going into the pits as well. I do believe Rain HC is going into the pits. I think a lot of people cutting the corners there just so they can get to the pits in time and to start a lap. Now, I think it was one of those tracks where I did what people did in Monza. I timed it wrong, and I had 1 second. Basically, I crossed the line, and I was 1 second over of making it, which was gutting, absolutely gutting. And I wanted to set the lap time on the softs as well, so that is very crucial around here. You can see people probably getting the toe around possibly Stowe, and that is where people try to help people out. But if they don't get their laps in very quickly, then they will do a me and try and not get into the pits in time. But I think we got Pons for the win. He's got a bit of free traffic on him, so that's really going to help him get a good lap in. And he's on the softs as well, and he's going to have a few lap times to do it as well. He might get a few laps in, I don't know. He might just get the one, I'm not sure. But he's going to have the advantage over everybody else, and he's just going to hope that no one is on an in lap, I must say, because at the moment he's going to be doing all right in the Racing Point. Like I said earlier, he did get a P2 in, I can't remember Baku, that was it. And so he's looking to score better. And for those of you that are wondering why there's no engine sound, don't ask me. It's some of these things that happened, unfortunately, and today we've got that. So, but we will have engine sound for the race. So, someone is predicting a 125.8 from Ryan, and that was someone predicted Torsith. I don't think I've said that name right, but someone is predicting a 125.8. Now, I wonder if we can see that from Ryan. I'm going to call Ryan, he's going to go into the 125s. I'm going to say a 125.9 is what I'm going to think Ryan is going to get today. And a 127, as Thompson when he's going out on his flyer. How about Top Banter? Actually, Top Banter's got clearer air than Poms for the win. So, Top Banter has been involved in some great battles in the last few races. So I wonder if we're going to see the same today as he goes past Wellington Straight. And I wonder if other people are going to make it. We've got Mars Berserk, we've got that laggy person, we've got Butler, I'm Death Bro is on a lap at the moment. New Zealand Ryan, everyone is out on a lap, but Bazooka and Commonwealth Straight, they're not going to get a lap in, so Commonwealth Straight is going to start no higher than 13th. And Bazooka's going to start no higher than 8th, but we could see people improve on Bazooka's time. And, oh, good, I've got his name correct. That is all good. That is all good. Right, we've got yellow flag in sector 3. That's probably people moving out of the way. But anyway, we've got Top Banter going past the Hangar Straight. What about Poms for the win? He's going past the Hangar Straight too. But let's go on board with Top Banter and then with Poms for the win. But the checkered flag is about to drop here in Belgium? In Britain. 2 Bs, you see, 2 Bs. Top Banter comes across the line. That puts him in P7. What about Poms for the win? That puts him in P4. That leggy person is going past sector 1 now. Where is everybody else? Roscoe he's going through Maggots and Beckett's. New Zealand Ryan going through Cops. He's going to be the last person to cross the line at this rate. And Musk Berserk's going through Maggots and Beckett's. Let's watch I'm Death Bro as he goes past Club Now. So, can he improve on his 6th place? So, we'll see. A 1:26.8 for him. That puts him in P2. That beats Mars Berserk's time. Mars Berserk is currently on a lap now. Going in just past Stowe at the moment. You get a break just before the 100-metre board here. Get the best possible turn in. It is looking to be very good, actually. He's still got plenty of rest to play with at the moment. 1:26.6. That puts him in P2. What can New Zealand Ryan do? He's only 92 thousandths off his best, so it's not going to be a huge improvement. 1:26.1, so I guess he invalidated. Yeah, he invalidated. And I think the only person that's on the lap at the moment is Ikayawas, but he's improved by 6/10, so obviously he's on the soft compounded tyres, and it's in 12th right now. So, nobody's on the 125s. But I think we will see it in the European tiers tonight. I'm almost certain we'll get into the 125s in the European tiers tonight. So, watch out for that. So, here are your results then for qualifying. We've got New Zealand Ryan on pole by 0.3 per second. With Rain HC in second, taking P2 at the very last minute there in the Renault. With Mars Berserk in P3. Laggy Person in 4th, Butler in 5th, I'm Death Bro in P6, Poms for the win in P7, Top Banter in P8, Roscoe in P9, Bazooka in P10, and here are the rest of your finishers for qualifying. But before we go to the main race action, here is a quick word from our sponsors, Hype Energy. So, welcome back to the grid then, and as you can see, as I told you earlier, and if you just joined us, welcome. It is a nice sunny day here at Silverstone, and we have got all the cars on the grid ready, for the formation lap. And I thought all the cars just disappeared there for a minute, but luckily we haven't, and we are going to get good racing underway. So, I'm just going to have a quick talk on the strategy today. So everyone is either on the softs, so everyone on the top 10 is qualified on the softs, because if you qualify inside the top 10, you have to start the race on the tyre you set your fastest lap on. Also on the softs outside of the top 10, because obviously you get free choice outside the top 10, is Commonwealth Straight, Derek Kidd and Alan Hugo. And on the mediums is that Matt and Ikayawas. So if they were to go on soft to mediums, which what a majority of people will be doing, they'll pit around about lap 9 to 13. And medium to softs will pit around about lap 16 to 20. So that is what you could expect. Probably lap 16 is the most likely scenario for people to go on to the softs for the final stint of the race. So a lot of people are getting hyped about Rain's time there. It'll be interesting to see what Rain can do today, where he is qualified. Rain is in P7 in the championship, and it'll be interesting to see how he climbs up. Now, looking at the gap in the championship between 5th and 9th, it is pretty close. So one small mistake for any of these drivers and it can cost them a lot of positions in this championship. So we are about to start the very first race of season, well, of the British Grand Prix of all the tiers today here at Apex Online Racing. And we've got New Zealand Ryan on pole position with Rain alongside Mars Berserk in P3. Now don't forget, Mars Berserk and New Zealand Ryan used to be championship rivals. So yeah, that is nice to see them back near each other, and New Zealand Ryan and Mars Berserk are on the same side of the track as well. So we are about to get underway, and the 5 red lights are about to come on your screens. Right now we got 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And we are underway here at Silverstone, and it looks like a pretty decent start from New Zealand Ryan, and also a pretty decent start from Rain AC, but Mars Berserk is going to try and cover off to the inside going into turn 1, but Rain is managing to get the switchback pretty nicely indeed. Butler gaining a position for Mars Berserk already off the line into P3 as Mars Berserk is dropping massively from the start. That laggy person down into 5th, top banter into 6th place. Common Straight not having a good start either. He's all the way down in 15th place. I don't think we've had any carbon fibre damage at the moment, unless we can see some other stuff going on as Top Banter is going just past, going into Woodcote at the moment. Still going side by side, potentially probably going to go side by side into Cops. That's going to be a very brave move. He tries to do that, but he decides to back out at the moment. We also got the racing point of Poms for the win, also having a slice of the action right now, going through Maggots and Beckett's now. This is a crucial bit. Will these people try to get Maggots and Beckett's right? Looks like they're all good. Looks like they're all good at the moment, but we got Mars Berserk trying to get past Butler around the inside into Stoden. Can he quite do it? No. Butler, I think, tries to cut off on the outside, but Mars Berserk going off the track a little bit. Butler seems to be having the better exit from Mars Berserk, and it's going to be close going through Club. I don't know, it's going to be really, really tough going here. This is a really good start from Butler, and can he pull off the attack here? Yes, he does. Well done from LSCM the Butler. Great stuff, but Mars Berserk is going to challenge once again, but look at this laggy person is going at it as well. Whoa, look at this from laggy person. He's going at it today. The Ferrari engine must be doing very well today as that laggy person up into 4th place, overtaking Mars Berserk, but is Mars Berserk going to come at him? No, not quite. I think he's dropped down his ERS a little bit. A lot of people trying to manage their ERS, and obviously it is early stages of the race, and Mars Berserk, he's really got to pick up the pace a little bit. Both that laggy person and Butler has dropped positions, and you really don't want to do that, but he will get DRS on the next lap. Of person that's gained quite a lot of positions, Alan Hugo, he started from last place. He hasn't even set a lap time, and he's already into the points paying position. Oh no, what's happened to Mars Berserk? What has happened to Mars Berserk? Oh, I didn't see what happened there. I don't know. Did Mars Berserk have a moment on his own or something like that? Hopefully Mars Berserk can fill me in, but unfortunately Mars Berserk is out of this race. So I have a feeling he might have lost it through Chapel, because it must have been through Chapel that he lost it. I don't know. You guys might have seen on the stream more clearly than I did. I don't know, but wow, not expecting that. So the DRS is now enabled then, so they'll be able to use it when the car in front is within 1 second, as Butler has got under pressure from that laggy person, as that laggy person had DRS. But look at the defense from Butler. He is going for it. He's on the defense and he's just trying to, he knows where laggy person is going and he's just closing the door on him. But laggy person just knows when to attack and also when to fend off a little bit. So, and we've also got Pawn to the win and top banter. There's just so much action going on the space of the few opening laps here. It's just absolutely crazy. We've got Pawns to the win, top banter. We've got that laggy person and Butler. Laggy person just goes past Stowe and all. There's a little bit of contact between that laggy person and Butler. Butler has spun into Stowe then. So what's turned to be a very good start from Butler. He has lost it a little bit. I don't think he's got damage though. But it might have not helped his tyres a little bit there. So, yeah, so he might have lost a bit of his end plate, but I don't know. It is, to be honest, it is impossible to tell. It is very impossible to tell. But New Zealand Ryan is already leading from Rain HC by 3 seconds. He's already pulling off fastest laps after fastest laps. And we're going to see if there's any battles happening closing up to the field. Alan Hugo up into 6th. He's going to see if he can pass I'm Deathrow now. Now, Alan Hugo doing very well, trying to avoid the trouble course. Maybe starting at the back of the grid. Maybe he wanted to do that to try and avoid the trouble, and it's really working for him. And he's just probably going to hope that there might be some chaos in front of him, or even behind him. So, you know, this is working out very well for Alan Hugo. So he's about 5 tenths off now. Bazooka's about 3 tenths off Derek Kidd. I'll keep an eye on Derek Kidd as well. Derek Kidd is not that far behind. Oh, we got a yellow flag in sector 2. That's how Kaya was into Chapel. And luckily he's last anyway, so he didn't have to wait for anyone else to move off the circuit. But let's jump back to the battles for potentially the podium, as Top Banter is trying to catch up to that laggy person. Potentially it is battle for the podium because Rain and Ryan are nowhere to be seen at the moment. So, yeah. So, this corner is very tricky. And we don't see many people overtake on it. But if we see people overtake on it, usually they either get it wrong, they either get it very wrong, or they either get it very right. And I don't think Top Banter's going to challenge. And we have got, oh, I think Bazooka's got overtaken, or he lost it a little bit there. So the Red Bull's not having a good start today here in Britain, which is a shame. Not going to get some decent points if things stay there where they are. Conrad straight there up into 12th, so he's gaining ground, he's not giving up. And we've got our first time penalty of the race then, and that goes to I'm Deathrow. So he's got 3 seconds added to his race time at the moment. So I think the only battles we've got is between Top Banter and that lucky person and Derek Kidd and Alan Hugo. But I think all of them, I think they just can't, they just don't have the pace at the moment just to get past them. They're not even that close enough to get past them. I think what they can rely on is DRS. I think that's the most crucial bit at the moment. And I think they're just waiting for the right opportunity. I think some of these guys might wait until the pit stops because to try and overtake them, because then the guy in front will have more pressure and that might be like, right, I might need to go to the pits then. But it's that Matt on the mediums in the top 9. This could play very pivotal here for him if he could stretch up the gap a little bit. So we'll watch out for is that Matt in the mediums. I think the only people on the mediums that are still out is that Matt and Ikaya was. So, because I do believe Mask Berserk Well, I think Master Berserk was on the softs, but then he just retired. But I'm sure there was 3 people on the mediums. I might have been wrong. Or what might be not paying attention. But look at this. Alan Hugo's really catching up now to I'm Death Bro. I'm Death Bro. I think must have got a warning there after going off the track a little bit. He might have got a little bit of an advantage there. As here we go. As we're going to get the start finish straight there. We've got Top Banter really catching up to that laggy person. We're going to see if he can try and get him to stow. No. How about Alan Hugo on I'm Death Bro? No, not quite. We've got Butler on Roscoe Arm. And Butler, I think got past him. And so Roscoe Arm now down into 11th place. So let's just see who is the biggest winners and losers so far of the race so far. So Alan Hugo, obviously the biggest winner, up 9 positions. And another person who's had a very good start, Derek here. But look at this, I'm Death Bro and Alan Hugo going side by side into turn 3. This could not go well, but I'm Death Bro holds on by the skin of his teeth. Just look at this. This is a battle on our hands, lads. And Hugo's going to try on Wellington Straight. He's going to have a good entry in the DRS then. Can I'm Death Bro cover him off? I think he can. Past Luffield now. Derek Kidd is going to try and capitalise on it as well. He's going to stay back and try and wait and see if there's going to be any chaos unfolding. To be honest, that's what I would do if I was in Derek Kidd's situation, because he's in a good position right now. But we'll see. I think Alan Hugo could get the best run to the Hangar Straight, but I'm going to see. Let me just see if I'm Death Bro is Top Banter is catching up to that laggy person. No, not quite. Again, laggy person still getting a straight line speed, but Alan Hugo's going to try and go on the inside onto I'm Death Bro, but I'm Death Bro covers him off again. He is definitely showing who is boss today. What great defense so far this race from I'm Death Bro. He is definitely showing why he needs to be here at Xbox One Oceania Season 5. He's been with us for a few seasons now, and he is coming into his own on this game. He's 11th place in this champion. I need to actually check the standings again. He's 11th place in the championship. I was right. And if he finishes where he is, he can really climb up. He's got 24 points to his name at the moment. 34, not 24. Why did I say 24 there just for a minute? But I don't know. So potentially, I think he's got pride on the line here. He really wants to be ahead of Alan Hugo, because obviously they race in other leagues as well, Alan Hugo and I'm Death Bro. So it's going to be a bit of pride for him if I'm Death Bro stays ahead of Alan Hugo. So let's just see. Oh, Alan Hugo almost tried it through Maggots and Beckett's there. That would have been sensational, but he decides to back out a little bit there. And SEM, the Butler, has got a time penalty, second time penalty of the session. Alan Hugo then is going to get the run on I'm Death Bro into the Hangar Straight and into Stowe, and he easily gets past there. Great stuff from Alan Hugo. He waited until we get to near the pit stop window, and crucially he is ahead before the pit stops. P4 for Alan Hugo, because Top Banter is going into the pit lane. Got yellow flag in sector 2 and 3. Oh no, that's Bazooka. He's lost it again. Oh, that was close between Bazooka and Ikaya was. With Top Banter is going into the pit lane. We still got yellow flag, but I think that's between them at the moment. But look at this, Derek Kidd. Derek Kidd was going to hope that these two were battling. But for those of you that don't know, the more the guys battle up front, the more the guys at the back will start to catch up, and that is what Derek Kidd has done. He's been able to keep up with this lot, and he could try for an ambitious move here. So Top Banter, I'm going to see what tyres Top Banter has gone on to. He's gone on to the mediums. So that's a lap earlier than I thought it was going to pit onto, but the mediums can go to the end. So we'll see. And look at this, Derek Kidd, he's going to try onto Maggots and Beckett's, for God's sake. Surely not. But I think he's not going to at the moment. I'm sure he's gonna try through the Hangar Straight, surely. He's got the DRS right bang on time here. Is he going to try to the inside? I'm Death Bro needs to cover him off. He's going to try past Stowe. He's going to get the outside. I'm Death Bro to cover off. Derek Kidd to the inside. But I think I'm Death Bro is going to the pit. So I think I'm Death Bro is going to try for the undercut. And so is Poms for the win. That laggy person. Rain HC, he's going to try for the undercut as well. So everyone on the soft compounder tyres are going to the pits then. So exactly as I would predict, I think majority of people are going onto the medium tyres for the start of the pit window. So around about the end of lap 9 into lap 10. So they will go to the end of the Grand Prix. But we're going to follow Top Banter then to see if the undercut will work for him. But he's going to have one lap older tyres at the end of the Grand Prix, which is not going to help him. And yeah, he has made the undercut. He has made the undercut only just on that laggy person. So Top Banter, great pit stop from him. He got ahead of that laggy person. So the overcut for that laggy person, unfortunately, did not work. So well done to Top Banter there. And it is one of those tracks where it either works or you don't. Basically, the pit entry into Silverstone is quite short between the racetrack and the pit entry. We've seen a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people in league races where they get time penalties due to that. I think it was on the F1 2018 game when I was league racing around Silverstone. I got a 5-second time penalty, mainly because I misjudged the pit limiter and I was literally too late on the brakes going into the pit lane. So, and here we go, New Zealand Ryan is going into the pits as well. More question about it. Is he going to get ahead of Rain HC? Rain HC is ahead of that laggy person. And laggy person, oh, it's Top Banter. He has spun into Stowe. Wow. Okay, so Top Banter's made a little bit of a mistake. Is I'm Death Bro going to catch up? I was wondering for a second why that laggy person was ahead of Top Banter. But it must have been through Stowe. As obviously New Zealand Ryan is ahead of Rain HC quite comfortably at the moment. By 6 seconds. So I think his pit stop must have been lightning fast here. Or he must be lightning fast as well. So pretty good from him. So the only guys on the soft tyres still yet to pit is Alan Hugo, Derek Kidd and Roscoe Arm. These are the only guys who are still yet to go for their pit stops. So we're almost halfway into this Grand Prix. Well, 2 laps after before we're going to be halfway soon. And obviously the strategy I think has made the race the most interesting, I think, on when they try to make the moves and stuff. And we got Alan Hugo into the pit lane to put on a fresh set of medium tyres for him. He's going to be in a good position at the moment to see if he can get ahead of Top Banter and I'm Death Bro. We'll see. Top Banter and I'm Death Bro are still having a battle though. Top Banter really needs to get his positions back. He's got to forget about his negative mindset and concentrate on focus on the rest of the race, because if you let that negative mindset throw you, it's not going to help you. And let's just follow Alan Hugo out the pits then. Here he comes. That laggy person's ahead of him, but he's ahead of Top Banter by 1.8 seconds. So Alan Hugo up into 6th place after those pit stops. And Top Banter is on 3 lap older tyres. That laggy person's on 2 lap older tyres. So Alan Hugo is on fresh and medium tyres compared to everybody else. And so is VSR Roscoe Arm in the Alfa Romeo. So is it going to have the benefit in the end of the race? I don't know. So we've got Kyle Wilson into that Matt on the medium strategy. They're going to go on to around about lap 16 before they pit for the softs. And they're going to have more of an advantage when it comes to the end of the race as well, because they're going to be on fresher tyres and they're able to try and catch the guys in front of them. Sometimes we've seen it work, but it merely comes down to when they pit. If they pit at the wrong time, they're probably not going to catch up easily. And Derek Kidd is the last of the soft runners to go on to a set of the medium tyres then. So, and New Zealand Ryan sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far with a 1:30.2. Now don't forget guys, if people set the fastest lap of the race and they're in the top 10, they will get an extra point. And one extra point can make the difference to either gaining position or losing a position. But watch out, here comes top banter on Derek Kidd. Derek Kidd almost trying to make the overcut on top banter then, we'll see. And Derek Kidd, it must be in a Mercedes sandwich right now. So let's see what Derek Kidd can do on a top banter. Let's see, Derek Kidd's going to try go to the outside, but top banter really tries to fend off here. But Derek Kidd, the switchback Derek Kidd has pulled is amazing. Oh, the two Mercedes collided. It's like a Hamilton versus Rosberg moment in Spain. Oh my God, this has gone really bad for the Mercedes drivers. What a controversial moment. I think top banter has got off lightly there, but I'm Depro. Depro lost quite a grip on this top. Wow. Okay, I'm Depro. It's been disqualified. That is the first I've heard of it. He was trying to... If you want to try and get out of the way of other cars, you've got to wait for a bit. Because otherwise you would probably get in contact with someone else. So that's what he was doing. And the game thinks that he was stationary for longer than that. So he got disqualified. That was interesting. So I'm sure I'm Death Bro will be questioning that. Because, to be honest, personally, my personal opinion, that shouldn't have been a disqualification. But there we go. So, top banter now. I think Poms for the winner just got past top banter. It's also Derek Kidd as well. So, Derek Kidd and Poms for the win are the ones to benefit from the issues that the two Mercedes drivers have had so far this race. And there's a lot of people in the chat going absolutely crazy at the moment for what's just happened between the two Mercedes drivers. Oh, top banter's gone off. Oh, he's hit the wall almost. Did he have a bit of contact with Butler? Oh, has Butler got a puncher? I don't know, because Butler's going very slowly. Oh no, he's letting top banter through. I think Butler understands that it was his fault and huge respect from him. But meanwhile, Roscoe Arm and Kaiwas are going at it. And it's nice to see some respect from some drivers. But oh, look at this, Alan Hugo on that laggy person now. So Alan Hugo passed Stowe into P4, but can that laggy person challenge again? He's going to have to at the moment. But Alan Hugo is so far having a brilliant race. He is in a net P3. He is on a podium after starting last. Put that into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely crazy. So now into turn 3. I don't think Laggy Person's going to make the move at the moment. But he is keeping up with Alan Hugo. Now, I'm not going to look at penalties because usually the commentators who commentate on this league look at penalties for me because obviously I'm the one that's streaming. But obviously it's just me today, so I'm not going to look. It's going to be a surprise. But I've known a few people already got penalties. Not a lot of people have got penalties so far, but we shall see how this plays out towards the end then. Because penalties can make or break you. Fastest lap so far does go to Alan Hugo with a 1:30.1. Closely followed by New Zealand Ryan. So at the moment, Alan Hugo will get that extra point. And it helps that he's on the fresher tyres as well. So, how is Butler going to try and get past top banter now? Now, hopefully this will end better for Butler here than it did the last couple of times. As Dalzell was just saying about fastest lap, New Zealand Ryan gets fastest lap. I think Alan Hugo might challenge that a little bit. Butler gets past top banter. There he goes. And I think this is where we've seen the most overtakes is around Stowe today. Stowe and Hanger Straight is where we can see a lot of overtakes. And Bazuka gets another 3-second time penalty added to his list. He's already down in 30th anyway, so it's not going to affect him hugely. So we're over halfway now. Is that Matt and Kyle was, like we said, the only ones still yet to pit. And they're going to probably pit at the end of this lap. And due to the fact that their teammates are already on the mediums, then they can pit whatever they want. So I do believe Conrad Straight is in the Williams as well. Yes, he is. So, yeah. So let us know what your favourite part of the race is so far. I think the Austrian Grand Prix was really good last week. It had some great battles to overcome there, just a little bit. And Austria's always a classic. I mean, but obviously we haven't seen much battles this race so far, but we've seen some good ones. But I think the main ones we've seen is where it has involved DRS at the moment. So, laggy person then, no, he's a bit too further back from Alan Hugo at the moment to get past. So, Alan Hugo is absolutely flying, but I think he's a little bit too further back from Rain HC to ever get past it. Now, for those of you that don't know, in real life, Lewis Hamilton has won the most Grand Prix in Silverstone, and oh, that's top banter out. That is top banter out, as Aikaya was. It's going into the pit lane. I'm guessing Top Banter retired from the pit lane. Yes, he's retired from the pit lane. So he's gone on to a fresh set of stuff. So, but I do see a yellow flag somewhere. It is hard to tell. Yeah, I think Top Banter has had enough, I must say, today. So both Mercedes drivers are out of the British Grand Prix. So what a shame from them. But that means more chance for people who are still racing in this race to get points. And here we go then. Is that Matt into the pit? So everyone has made their pit stop. Aikaya was the first person. And I think Is that Matt is going to be ahead. It's going to be ahead of Aikaya was anyway. So the undercut is not really going to... The overcut, is not going to play a huge part. So for those of you just joined us, welcome to Xbox One Oceania for Season 5. We're at Silverstone and it is bone dry here as the drivers are racing, and majority of people did start on the softs and most of them are on the mediums. The only exception is that Matt and Aikaya was who started on the softs. No, started on the medium, and going on to the soft for the end of the race. Is that Matt? I did say to keep a close eye on for this race because he's in 7th at the moment. Whereas Pom's the win, he's on older mediums at the moment. So, is that Matt? Is he going to find 7 seconds in 8 laps? I don't know. We'll see. Now, I don't get why Top Banter retired in the pit lane. I think it was the pit lane. Even though he was in the points. But it happens. But advice I would give to all drivers actually, which is always in the back of my mind wherever I race as well. Don't retire and give up. Don't just retire in the pit lane and give up. Because there may be people in front of you that might have a much worse race than you and might just bin it and bottle it. And that could be your chance to be like, hey, I could gain a higher position, and you learn more and you prove more when you're on the circuit, and you can also try and get the fastest lap point away from the top 10 as well. So you can gain something from it, and it is more like a personal game really. It may not be a good race for you, but it will help you see, right, what do I need to work on? What do I need to do better in order to avoid the same mistakes again? So a quick rundown of your running order. We haven't followed this person at all this race. New Zealand Ryan. From the start, he's been leading. 11.2 seconds separated between Ryan and Rain. I do believe he won in season 3 here in Britain. And he's dominating. Absolutely dominating. No words to say about it. I mean, can anybody stop New Zealand Ryan? My answer to that question at the moment for the rest of the season is no. It's going to take a miracle for some of the top 3 guys to get even close to New Zealand Ryan, and those people in the top 3 will have to wait until the end of to try and get it all out to Abu Dhabi. So that's going to be very, very tough. We did have a yellow flag somewhere. I wasn't sure who by. I'm assuming it was a blue flag for someone, so maybe someone might be lapped. I'm not sure. So Mars Berserk is in the chat, and oh yeah, I didn't see. I think he must. Yeah, he did crash in lap 2 then. So it must have been. Yeah, it must have been through the tricky S of Maggots and Beckett's then. But I'm not sure. We can clarify that a little bit there in a minute. As Bazooka and Ikawa are still going to have a battle up back, but let's just jump between Alan Hugo and Wayne HC. Alan Hugo is about to gain another position on Wayne HC. Can he do it? He's going to try on the outside into Stowe, and is he going to keep the line? No, they made contact. Both of them made contact. Alan Hugo's hard work has come undone, and that laggy person has got past them. Wow. That means the gap between Ryan and HC has gone up by even more. Alan Hugo's race has gone from good to bad. He was going to be my driver of the day after him gaining so many positions. He was on for P2. He was going to get P2. He was going to get past Rain HC quite comfortably. But unfortunately, those two touch. And Alan Hugo now has got another Renault to deal with. And he's probably going to be sick of the Renault driver, any Renault driver at the moment. So hopefully Alan Hugo won't make the same mistake again. But Alan Hugo does get past Derek Kidd, and Alan Hugo is up to 4th. Now a chance for a podium for Alan Hugo is going to be very slim. Unless that laggy person has got a penalty. So we'll see. All we know at the moment is New Zealand Ryan does not have a penalty. That's all we know there. So, yeah. So, let's just go through what happens. So both Mercedes are out. We've had contact from the Mercedes. And we've also had contact with Alan Hugo and Rain. So, yeah. Team rivalry. Right, no, actually, rivalry from the drivers today, it seemed, here at Silverstone. But it is coming up to the halfway point of the season, so what could you expect? You want to be at an advantage compared to your rivals. And all the time, you've got to leave the space, as some of the drivers would say. So Alan Hugo, he's just got to make up the time, and I don't think he's going to do it. But the one who is going to make up the time is that laggy person. That laggy person is in P3 now. He's on the podium, and he can catch up to Rain HC. Hopefully, the battle will be good. Hopefully, it won't end in tears, and hopefully, it won't end up a massive sham. But we'll see. So hopefully, it'll be cleaner. We'll see. That laggy person having a little bit of pink in his helmet, which is good to see there. And And maybe we could have Bazooka and Ikaya having a bit of a scrap as well for pretty much not being last. So Bazooka is going to try and get past the old DRS straight here into turn 1, but Ikaya backs off just a little bit. But Bazooka's going to try into turn 3, and very good stuff from Bazooka there. He must be reading my mind or something. He is definitely listening to what we said. But yeah. And yes, I agree. Stowe is really hard if you don't have DRS to pass. I mean, it's just very difficult. It is difficult to maintain the overtake that you do because the other driver just defends so nicely. It is hard to do cleanly around Stowe, but we have seen drivers in real life do it cleanly and they do it well. So it is not impossible. It is definitely not impossible. But tell the Xbox One Oceania drivers that. So if you like what you're seeing so far, don't forget to click the thumbs up on this video and also subscribe and turn notifications on so you know when to expect a stream from us next. And I think Rainey's having a bad straight line speed here, but I think it is really for those two, it is down to the setup because they're on similar tyre life. But I was pointing out last week in Austria, it's not really down to how long these guys are on the tyres on where they're going to make the move. It might be down to the setup. It might be down to the setup. They might have better straight line speed than the car behind, and they're able to pull away and try and get the speed. Now, that laggy person on 49% worth of ERS, Rain HC on 28. So that laggy person is catching up more to Rain HC at the moment due to the fact that he's been saving more ERS and he's saving, you know, and he has more ERS to play with. But that's because he had a bit more clean air to begin with, and since the fact that the cars in front of him were involved in chaos, that laggy person was able to close in a little bit. So I am just going to see who still has fastest lap. New Zealand Ryan still has the fastest lap so far, but I'm surprised that Is-That Matt hasn't got fastest lap yet. Is-That Matt on the softs is on a 1:29.7. That's his fastest lap, compared to 1:29.1 for New Zealand Ryan on the medium compounded tyres. So maybe Is-That Matt is not getting the pace on those soft tyres as he would have liked. But we'll see as we get towards the end. But anyway, let's just jump. Oh! Oh, no! No! I was hoping it wasn't going to end in the shunt. It ended in a little bit of a shunt between Rain and that laggy person. But that laggy person has got past Rain. I think that was just bad luck, I think. But again, I am not an AOR steward. So I'm not going to judge, really, to be honest. It is the instance we've seen today. It will be up to the stewards. Well, at the moment, it is looking like to be a Ferrari 1-2 at the moment, with 2 laps to go. Can Rain pull off what he needs to do and get past him? Again, I am not going to check penalties. It is going to be a surprise. The only position we know is not going to change is New Zealand Ryan, as he's 18.7 seconds clear from New Zealand Ryan. No, New Zealand Ryan is 18.6 seconds clear from that laggy person. I don't know why I said New Zealand Ryan twice, but there we go. I think this is the only battle that's going on the track at the moment with the last few laps to go. So New Zealand Ryan is going to cross the line for the final lap of this Grand Prix. He's been driving ever so well today. But let's go back to Rain HC then in the Renault to see what he can do. Oh, that laggy person just slid a little bit there. They've got to be ever so careful. But Rain is not letting his mistakes throw him at the moment. He wants that P2 from that laggy person. It is not over yet. For any of these two guys, they're still racing. They're still going for it. On the final lap as well. Oh my God, is Rain going to get past turn 3? Yes, he does. What a legend from Rain HC. He has driven superbly. But I think laggy person may have wanted that extra DRS and maybe, I don't know. But we will never know what happened there. But Rain HC went for the move. He took that risk and he did it. Good on you, Rain. He is on for P2 unless penalties say otherwise. So the mistakes has been overthrown, and that move he's done earlier has definitely topped what he has done today. But is that laggy person going to try and get past? Or is that Matt past Derek Kidd? No, actually, no, he's not. He's past Pom to win, actually. Yes, he is. Due to the fact that he's on softer tyres. But meanwhile, let's go on board with our race winner. Once again, New Zealand Ryan wins in Oceania. He wins the British Grand Prix. Rain HC and that laggy person still going for it. They're going side by side into Vale and into Club. Rain just about holds on. But can that laggy person get the inner strength on the final corner? It's going to be close. Rain holds on to P2. That laggy person P3. Alan Hugo P4. 1.7 seconds off the podium. Derek Kidd P5. Great result from him. Is that Matt managing to get P6 after a great performance there, making the medium to soft strategy work for him. He has gained 5 positions, so he's going to get some good points. Palms for the win there. Has just started the AOR car park in P7. Butler in P8. Roscoe Arm is going to get 2 points in P9. And Conway Straight and Bazooka is going to be the last few people to cross the line. And New Zealand Ryan is going to get maximum points here today. As New Zealand Ryan claims the fastest lap, so New Zealand Ryan gets 26 points instead of 25, which is very crucial. So put this into perspective, guys. Out of 10 races, New Zealand Ryan has won 9. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Oh, I said that word wrong, but who cares? And, yeah. So we're about to get the results, and we're about to get the champagne flying here in Britain. And I think New Zealand Ryan will be happy with this win. He was doing time trial laps. He was that clear out of the rest of the guys. But I'm surely for him, he must be loving this. I mean, that is why that he has won the first 3 seasons of AOR Oceania. And he could be on course to be winning a 4th season here at season 5. Who has done that? He is, you know, amazing. So, let's get the results here. New Zealand Ryan wins and the top 4 not getting penalties, which is great to see. So we've got Ryan in first, Rain AC in P2. And I've almost put the wrong thing up there. There we go. Laggy Person P3 and Hugo P4. Derek Kidd 5th. Is that Matt 6th? Palms for the win in 7th. Butler 8th. Roscoe Arm 9th. Conway Straight 10th. Bazooka 11th. And I, Kaya, was 12th. And your non-finishers, only 3 today, are Top Banter, Master Berserk, and I'm Death Row. Well, we had better races this season, but it has been one of the worst. It's been actually not too bad. So, yeah, still put off some very good performances today. I think the first few laps were absolutely insane. So, that was the highlight, I must say. But that's it then for Xbox One Oceania for the British Grand Prix. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget, no race next week. No race the week after. It is our mid-season break due to the fact the European tiers will be having the Mexican and the US, I think it's Mexican, and US Grand Prix on in the evenings, which will clash with the European tiers. So the Oceania tiers will align with that and won't be racing next week or the week after. So don't expect a stream. Don't come in next week because there won't be any streams. But don't forget the European tiers on tonight if you want some more AOR action, which is PS4 F1 at 7 o'clock, PC F1 at 8 o'clock, and Xbox One F1 at 9 o'clock, with PC F2, F3, PS4 F2 and F3 on at 8 o'clock, and all other non-stream tiers at 8 o'clock as well, with the America Leagues at 1 AM. So make sure you check that out as well. And next time the Oceania drivers will be racing will be in 2 weeks' time, well, 2 or 3 weeks' time, in Germany for the German Grand Prix in Hockenheim. And don't forget, for all you Brits and all you Europeans, you'll have to watch the stream an hour earlier. It will be at 9 o'clock GMT. Don't forget, for all you Australians, it will be the same, unless you're in a time zone where it doesn't change. But 9 AM, do not forget the time zone change. 9 AM GMT will be when the race will be in 2 or 3 weeks' time here in Germany. So that is all then. I've been JessGames95. Have a good evening, have a good morning, have a good afternoon, no matter what time zone you are. And we will see you soon. Have a good rest of your day or evening, and good night.